Hello everyone, this is your teacher, Mr. Ricardo. And well, boys, for today's lesson, as you may notice, we are not going to continue with the usual topics, okay? Just for this week, we're going to stop with Chile and we're going to continue to a different thing. So, as some of you may know, the main topic of this week is recycling. And for us, as we like to call it in English, are the three different R's to recycle. And also, for this lesson, we're going to learn about a few things that describe the situation that is going on in Chile in terms of recycling. And also, we're going to finish the lesson by looking up some organizations, one organization that also helps with recycling and can help you to recycle or to do some different activities that can improve or help the planet at home. So, first of all, we need to discuss with the first question. So, let's begin. So, the first question that we should ask ourselves is how has the world changed? And as we can see over here in the second slide, the world has changed a lot, especially because of the coronavirus and the lockdowns, o sea, las cuarentenas, the quarantines. For example, the animals now are walking through the streets of many different cities. Cities are also empty, as we can see here in France. More cases of animals invading the cities, for example, as we can see here, the pumas. This one was taken in Chile. More cities abandoned, no people walking in the street because we have to take care of ourselves. And these guys, we can tell that he's in a very heated and difficult situation. Now, as we can see, yes, the world has indeed changed. Now, how is this connected to recycling? Well, some numbers and some of the things that we have seen, especially for countries that recycle a lot, is that people is recycling more now that have the opportunity to be at home more often. Okay, so what is the next step for us, especially for us Chileans, is to take the next step and start taking care of our planet. Okay, so let's continue. Now, how should we approach the art of recycling? First of all, we need to understand the three R's. The first R is about reducing. Try to reduce the amount of waste you produce, as this is the best way to help the environment. If you cannot avoid producing the waste, o sea, reducir lo que nosotros ocupamos para no afectar a nuestro entorno, then tenemos the second one. Then tenemos reusing. Think of the ways you could reuse something, like shredding paper for your hamster rather than buying a bedding, or saving glass jars for storage. O sea, reutilizar. For example, try to use, especially this one, about saving glass jars for storage. That one is very good. And the last one is about recycling, o sea, reciclar. And composting. These enable materials you throw away to be used again by making them into new products, especially glass. Glass can be used endlessly. Since we know now the three R's, we need to understand the situation in our country so we can help. Now, there is a lot of things that we can do to help, but first we need to understand a few things about what is going on with recycling in our country. First, what do we know about plastic in Chile? In Chile, we recycle about 84,000 tons, toneladas, each year of plastic, which is about only 8.5% of the total amount of plastic in Chile, which means that we recycle less than 10% of the total plastic that is produced in Chile. The next part might be a little bit scary. Why? Because Chile produces more waste materials per person than any other country in South America. O sea, producimos más basura por persona que cualquier otro país en el continente. Now, it could reach about 1.26 kilograms of waste materials each day. So more than 1 kilograms of trash, of rubbish, of waste materials each day by each person. And at the end of the year, that number rises up to 8.5 millions of tons. I mean, if you sum up the every single person's waste materials at the end of the year, we have this number, 8.5 millions of tons of waste. This is not good. And finally, Chile is in the second place in the OECD or la OCDE. But this second place is not a good place because we are in the lowest recycling rates out of the 36 countries. And this is the very bad part, that about only 1% of all the recycling process or helping out the recycling process is made at home. So what is critical? To start recycling at home. That is basically what we need to do. So what conclusions can we have from the previous slide? First of all, we need to think that the three R's are not applied properly in our country because basically we are not seeing that people are reusing the materials, they are not reducing perhaps the use of energy, water, waste materials, etc. And of course, recycling is not being done. So, what I'm about to show you, I'm going to show you few activities, especially one in particular, that is about how to reduce and also how to reuse some of the materials that we also have at home. So it's going to be an easy way to help the planet while staying in quarantine. Okay, so let's see. As you can see, this is the manual that has some of the activities that can be done at home. This is made by an organization called Kaiklos, and they work with also with the government of Chile. Okay, and the activity that I'm going to suggest you is the following. Is this one, that is to recognize how much energy is being wasted at home and what are the materials that you need for this activity. First of all, you need a place where to write notes and also a cell phone or someone with a camera. You can work with this with one of your brothers or maybe with one of your parents. The idea is to look around your home and check for some places where the energy, especially the electricity, is being wasted. We need to reduce the first R. And you can take a look at other places, for example, in the kitchen where things are not being used, still are connected to electricity. And the idea is to tell the other people at home and to have a discussion, maybe how to improve uh, the way we use electricity at home. And for number four, we need to take action so we don't waste more energy. There are other activities that you can also check because this is going to be linked in the worksheet at the end of the class. Some of the activities are very fun. For example, we have an embudo that you can make at home and others, for example, like a green spot. We have done this before, as some of you remember in the past. Bueno chicos, esa ha sido la clase del día de hoy. Pequeñas y resumidas cuentas, recordad que lo que vimos hoy tenía que ver principalmente con las tres R's que nos ayudan a cuidar nuestro planeta. Primero que nada tenemos reducir, reutilizar o reusar y finalmente la más conocida de todas que es reciclar. Aparte de eso, recordar las cifras en Chile son un poquito preocupantes, pero más allá de eso, ¿cómo podemos contribuir nosotros? Y partamos desde la casa. Y ahí podemos hacer algunas de las actividades que les mostré previamente. El link donde aparecen esa y más actividades va a estar en la ficha. Así que le pueden dar ustedes una vuelta si es que quieren hacer alguna de esas actividades. Todas estas son solo sugerencias, porque por hoy día, chicos, está el video. Si ustedes quieren, pueden hacer alguna de las actividades de una semana más relajada. Así que un abrazo grande, que tengan un muy buen fin de semana y aprovechen su tiempo, chiquillos. Nos vemos. Hasta luego.